Okay, welcome everybody for being present here for this other episode of the Looking Glass. Tonight we're going to talk about what's up. And here, hi Lisa, I see just now your message. And to talk about that, I couldn't think about anyone else but Nicoletta Iacobacci. So when we were discussing with my colleagues for the next episode of this event, we were thinking about people, and yes, of course, Nicoletta's name came out. So I'll give you a brief introduction of who Nicoletta is. Dr. Iacobacci is an adjunct faculty of emerging media at Webster University in Geneva, at Jinan University in Guangzhou, in China. She was a producer / reporter for the national Italian TV, TG2 in particular, for the US, from the US, and managed the digital lab of RAI. Worked for the European Broadcasting Union in Switzerland after she moved here. So I just jumped in. I mean, I skip a few things, but you know.
You have to.
And that's how I met her. Because of Webster, we started working together. And since then, I know that she's been curator of 5 TEDx events, ambassador for Singularity University in Switzerland. And her first book, Exponential Ethics, was published in 2018 in English and in Chinese. And we are waiting for the Italian version of it, right?
No, I don't think so.
No?
I don't know. I'm going to work on a new one, actually.
Okay.
I'm working on a new one. Thank you.
So when the issue about WhatsApp came out, we decided to discuss about this very urgent topic. Quite frankly, I'm not an expert about this. That's why I'm calling an expert to tell us more about that and the other platforms. So we're going to listen to Nicoletta talking for a while, and then, of course, we can ask questions after this introduction by Nicoletta. So Nicoletta, when you want, you can share the screen if you have something.
Thank you very much. Okay, so let me share my screen. Here it is. And voila. Okay, so first of all, thank you, Francesco, for this invitation. Actually, I'm very happy to talk about this issue because I wanted to study a little bit, but I didn't have the time, so I was forced to actually study. And I would like to start saying that on January 24, The Guardian came out with an article saying that WhatsApp, the Facebook-owned messaging service, has been hit by a global privacy controversy. Now, millions of users started receiving a notification from the popular messaging service platform WhatsApp, asking them to either accept the new terms of service and privacy policy by February 8 or lose access to the app indefinitely. In a sense, it was a kind of ultimatum. Accept these new terms or delete WhatsApp from your smartphone because it won't work anymore. I mean, everybody was mesmerized in a sense. But what did these new terms of policy privacy consist of? So it consisted of a key updates, such as how the company process user data, how the company and businesses can use Facebook hosted services to store and manage their WhatsApp chats, and also how these companies, this is most important one, working with Facebook, could offer integration with their products. I mean, our content of WhatsApp, since WhatsApp is owned by Facebook, was or shared or used by other company working with Facebook. So, an user needed to accept these terms and changes in order to keep using WhatsApp accounts after the deadline, but we didn't have too much time to decide. And those who did not accept the privacy policy wouldn't be able to use the app anymore. basically WhatsApp left the users, us, without any choice. Then there was a big mess. Everybody was kind of disappointed and they didn't know what to do. WhatsApp tried not to really backtrack from their decision, but they tried to fix the situation. They issued actually a clarification saying and explaining that the new policy only was affecting users' accounts interacting with businesses, and underlining that was not interfering with friends involvement, and that they did not mandate really a new data collection recording. And then what they did, since people didn't like what they heard, they tried to delay the introduction of the policy by 3 months. And they continuously saying that these new rules did not affect the content of chat, which they stay protected end-to-end encryption. But still, many people were frightened, and somebody could view this as a kind of danger for their own activity on social app. So WhatsApp, what does it do? They share some data, again, with Facebook, including phone numbers and profile names. And listen, this is not new, because this has been done for many years. And also, let's say that in Europe, we are a little bit more lucky, because it seems that WhatsApp is following the GDPR strict privacy policy regulation from the European community, and that is known as the General Update Data Protection. I know because I was doing the exercise on Webster, and in a sense is not really gathering the content of your messages, but whatever metadata is there, WhatsApp share it with Facebook. And not only with Facebook, the most important thing is that they are sharing it with the Facebook companies. Now, let me ask you something. How many times do you use WhatsApp in a day? Imagine being cut overnight or having to decide on your communication strategy, because WhatsApp is a communication strategy, in a very short period of time. Now, a large number of friends, knowing that I teach emerging media, actually, they wrote to me, and knowing that I study these things, and they called me in desperation, and they said, what do I do? What will I do? Or what will you do? Are you on Telegram? Do you know Signal? Do you really have to move? And I have to say that I know both. I knew both Telegram and Signal. And because why? Because it's my job, because I teach emerging media, so I need to know. But with a huge number or amount of number in my contact, in my address book, with many groups for work, family, running, students, and a network of contents that is intersecting and working in parallel into my day, it was actually, it still is a huge work. But no matter what the damage was already done for WhatsApp, Facebook tried to actually downplay the communication, but it did not work. And the BBC reported that Signal was downloaded 246,000 times worldwide in the week before the announcement of WhatsApp, while a week after, January 8th, it was downloaded 8 million. Why? Now, Signal is secure. First of all, it's recommended by Edward Snowden. Do you remember who he is, who he was? He was the American whistleblower that of the NSA, who stated, almost screaming, that Signal is secure. He tweeted that is definitely in favor of Signal, since when it was developed in 2015. Now, both Signal and WhatsApp use the same encryption protocol, but Signal, it's open source, it's fully open source, while WhatsApp is not, because WhatsApp owns its own proprietary platform, the proprietary code. And you can examine the vulnerabilities on the code, but on Signal, everything is open. And the other messaging service, Telegram, which is substituting as well WhatsApp, or tries to substitute WhatsApp. At the moment, it's used more on businesses. It has experienced as well a huge increase in downloads. And let's say that it was really very well, well taken, and there was lots of downloads both on Google Store and Apple Store. But the point is that Signal benefits are first of all that is very similar to WhatsApp. So even from the concept point of view, if you go on Signal, you do not have to change completely the approach that you have to the tool, but actually is similar, just changing the color in a sense. And also is, again, end-to-end encrypted like WhatsApp, and collects less data than Telegram. And also, the most important thing is that Signal stores the information on your device, while Telegram stores in a cloud, okay? The point is that both Signal and WhatsApp do not allow to send files very heavy, while with Telegram, you can send up to 1.5 files without any problem, being a video, a picture, text, whatever, okay? Another thing important for Telegram is that Telegram has a bot that helps you in doing things like interacting with users, like function like instruction. In a sense, I can consider it like a little Alexa. They run inside Telegram, and they include sending relevant information about the weather and useful news information, scheduling reminders, playing music, creating to-do lists, as I said, like Alexa. But the most important difference between Telegram and Signal and WhatsApp, first of all, is that Signal, again, is very similar to WhatsApp, end-to-end encryption, but Signal is open source, meaning that you can find both the server and the client source on GitHub, and actually you are encouraged to add, if you want, application or to develop application. Telegram is not, and also has a feature, for example, called People Nearby, that could potentially reveal your position. So, where is your privacy? Where is, privacy is very important. And what's about privacy infringement? And last but not least, as I said, one is completely open source, Signal, which gives to the people the possibility to be secure to manage their own, let's say, app, okay? Now, all of this is fantastic. Signal is very secure, is very similar to WhatsApp, has the same feature, or Telegram is fantastic because has also a sort of Alexa embedded in, can give you lots of information. You can send huge files, you know, if you want to send a video that is more than 60 megabytes, you cannot with WhatsApp. Telegram, you can. So why I did not migrate to WhatsApp, to Signal or Telegram? why I am still on WhatsApp. Okay, I have the others, I know the others, but, and also I know that my privacy is at stake, that probably my complete online day is recorded and shared with other entities that I don't know. And why do we give up privacy so easily? Or why do I give up my privacy so easily? Now, because technology makes us lazy. This is the problem. Now, how many friends, acquaintances, contacts do you have in WhatsApp? Imagine moving them to another app. It's going to take a day, at least. Imagine to move all the groups that you have if you work with WhatsApp. And unfortunately, we are lazy. And with laziness, we are going we are willing to give up to give up our privacy. And imagine still what is going to happen when 5G and the Internet of Things are going to be established. It says that in 2025, we will have more than 25 million objects connected, all connected in between. Imagine how lazy we are going to be. I don't know if you know Internet of Things. I know Barbara is on the line and she saw already this video, but I would like to show you a typical American teaser of life governed by Internet of Things, okay? And remember, this is like a commercial, huh? So everything is going to be connected. You see how lazy we are going to become. It's very nice. Technology makes us really comfortable, let's say. So if you didn't know what is Internet of Things, here you have a sort of idea, even though this is, of course, a kind of commercial, as I said. It's explaining, or it's showing that we do not have privacy anymore. So what's the meaning of lose more privacy? We do not have it anymore. We won't have it in the future at all. How are you going to protect your privacy in the future? Now, we saw smart fridge, and we think it's something for the future, but actually it's not, because I would like to show you what is already in the shelf. I mean, what you can buy already. It's connected with a smart fridge. So we are not so far from the picture I showed you before. Of course, this is a kind, again, a commercial. But this morning I was talking about actually Internet of Medical Things, where all the devices that we are going to have are going to be all connected with the hospital and etc. So it's going to be really a complete epochal change. And privacy, again, what is privacy? Now, returning to our communication tools, I would like to tell you how they were born, okay? I'm fortunate enough to have experienced this kind of revolution of communication from the start, from the very beginning, because I was living in the US. I discovered the Well in 1985, which was the first online community. The Well means what? The Whole Earth Electronic Link, and was a super multi-line BBS before the internet. We're talking well before the internet. I mean, well before the internet, yeah. Operated by a community with a brilliant marketing strategy like to pay nothing for advertising and to give free accounts to journalists. So it became, all of a sudden, it became really, really successful. It was based in Sausalito with kind of not hippies, but very open-minded people. And believe me, the Well is still running. I had my email. Unfortunately, I don't have it anymore, and I'm sorry for that. It was Nicolette, because they couldn't allow 9 letters in the email, it was only 8, nicolette@well.com. And I have to say that in 1993, one of the founders, but not the founders, but the first, let's say, friends of the Well, our Reingold, who's very well known in the United States, but in the world, he coined the term and wrote the book called Virtual Community. At that time, there were tens of thousands of Usenet news groups and probably hundreds of thousands of email discussion lists, but they were all scattered. They didn't have a kind of umbrella. And there was a need. I was in the Well, felt a need to aggregate and belong. Now, belonging is probably what we are looking for with our social apps. We know that. Now, let's jump a little bit. Have you heard about this sound? No? Okay, let me. Okay, this sound, I don't know if you know it, it's called ICQ. It's a cross-platform messenger over voice over IP, VoIP client. And the name, it's the derivation, it derives from what? From the English phrase, I seek you. It started in 1996. I've been a beta tester of it while I was in New York. And I remember my son, at that time, he was 4 years old, looking at me talking with the computer. He was asking me, Mom, why do you speak with a computer? What's going on? We're talking about 25 years ago, and ICQ is still running. And on January 31st, this was the situation. WhatsApp announced the update to privacy policy, and people and users flee to what? To Telegram and to Signal. And the veteran ICQ was back, is back in and running, has a new look and has a new function. So now we have 3 players. But there is also a new kid on the block, a new player, which is Clubhouse. I don't know if you heard about it. It started at the end of last year in United States. Now it arrived in Europe. And it's becoming really not popular. It's becoming a smash. We will speak a little bit later, and I would like to know if anybody of you is on Clubhouse. What is it? Now, Clubhouse is an audio app that allows users to listen to conversation like live podcast. Actually, it's a sort of extension of podcast. And otherwise, they can actively participate in discussion. And in contrast, to network such as Facebook or Instagram, you cannot comment on the post and in writing, and you cannot put likes. So it's just audio, it's just listening, or if you want, and if you have something to say, talking, okay? I've been on Clubhouse since February 3rd, so today is what, is 13 days, and I'm not so, I'm not so, let's say, I do not use it too much. I still have only 234 followers. People that are more active than me have already 1,000, 1,500, 30,000. It's incredible, okay? And so far the app only offers the possibility to enter to iPhone, to iOS. And for Android smartphone, they have to wait. Probably is a kind of marketing strategy, I don't know. But let's say that most iPhone users that have installed the Clubhouse app on their phone, they need to wait for an invitation because it's an invitation-only app, which makes it a little bit like a badge you can show, okay? And definitely, if you look in the news, if you search Clubhouse in the news, it's really the trend communication tool of today. Now, once you are in, it lets you start right away to listen into conversation on a whole host of topics with a wide range of people, from celebrities, lots of celebrities you can find there, who talk without considering, in a sense, themselves celebrities. So you can enter in a room with Oprah Winfrey and you can listen to her and you can raise your hand, and you're going to see now in a little bit ahead. Again, there are no posts, no photos, no videos, only people profile picture and their voices. That's it. And for an initiated person of Clubhouse, it may make no sense to have an app that requires, first of all, an invite, then involves only audio chats without the possibility to write, to communicate, to send pictures. And it's totally free. It makes no sense. But believe me, it's incredible. Okay, the first day I got in, I heard about, I was in a room where Mark Zuckerberg was talking, okay? There were tons of people there, but eventually you could raise your hand and maybe ask a question to him. Elon Musk as well is a big fan of Clubhouse. And I have to say also that, of course, since it's so easy to use and so easy to create rooms of discussion, there were a lot of, it arrived in China, and the China government had to close it down because there were lots of political discussion on Clubhouse, and it's blocked in the country. Okay, the first day I entered, I did not know what to do, because you don't know what to do. You have the rules, you have to be yourself, you can actually raise your hands and try to speak. If you are chosen, in a sense, if they give you the possibility to speak, you go on the stage. It's not really a stage, and then you talk. But the beauty of it is what? Is the fact that, first of all, it's only audio. What is the meaning of that? We know that with Zoom and with all the other team, WebEx platforms, we have to be nice. We need to be, we cannot do anything else. We need to be on video. With this specific app that is audio social media, you can do something else, like radio. It's like an extension of radio, because you can be in pajama. For example, let me tell you an anecdote of 2 days ago. I was just waking up. It's going on all over, I mean, 24 hours a day. Why? Because it's worldwide. So if you at 3 o'clock you are up, you can join a room and you can listen, and you don't have any more really time differences. We didn't have it before, but here it's easier. Okay. So the first day I enter in, I didn't know what to do. And what do you do at the beginning? You jump from room to room, okay? And as I said, I heard Mark Zuckerberg, and I was actually in the room with Guy Kawasaki, who is an American marketing specialist, author, and Silicon Valley venture capitalist. He was also one of the first employee of Apple, and originally he was responsible for the marketing of Macintosh in 1984. I raised my hand, and actually I asked him something that I wanted to know while he was discussing. This is one of the power of Clubhouse, okay? Now, believe me, at the beginning is really inebriating. It's so easy, so fluid, not at all pretentious. You could do other things while participating. Wow, you can run, you can really do whatever you want. It's, again, like a radio, but it's like a radio how? It's an interactive radio, meaning that you can choose what to listen, like podcasts, but you can participate, which is beautiful. And you can create your own room right away, very easily, okay? Now, Elon Musk, again, what did he do? Last Sunday, he invited Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia, to chat, for a chat on Clubhouse. He tweeted it to what? To the @Kremlin Russia. And then he wrote also, it would be a great honor to speak with you in Russian. And I don't know if the Kremlin answered, but this is to let you understand how easy and how borderless it is, okay? Now, Elon Musk has been quite active on Clubhouse. He had his debut the 30th of January, and on the 30th of January, of course, he had a full house, 5,000 people, probably more, and his audio talk was also streamed on YouTube, in several YouTube streams. And he talked about a range of topics, including Mars, including space travel, cryptocurrency. You know that lately Elon Musk said, I'm going to invest in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin went up. And he talked about artificial intelligence. Why? Because, as you know, probably he created a company now. He's not the owner anymore, but he's still in the board, called Neuralink, which is a unbalancing company, because they want to create devices that will allow the human brain, to be connected with a machine. And first he did some like caskets, like hats, to do that, which they were working. Then last year he started to experiencing Neuralink with devices, little devices implanted in the pig head. And actually the people of Neuralink could communicate with the pig without, I mean, just with the brain. Imagine that. Then a few days ago, Elon Musk did a talk announcing that they are experiencing in monkeys. And at the end of the year, you know, monkeys have 98, 99% similarity with the human genome. And at the end of the year, Elon Musk said that he's going to try to experience on humans. Okay, I went a little bit away of our discussion, but imagine to have, what is Neuralink? It's like a little device, big like a cent, an American cent, thicker, and a robot does a hole in your head, implant this device, and then close it. And the problem is what? The big issue, in my opinion, is what? Being digital could be hackable. So imagine that you have somebody that hacks your device in your head and commands you to do something that you are not supposed to do. Anyway, again, Elon Musk is very, very, let's say, is very active in Clubhouse. And why? Okay, for him, it's okay because it's a novelty, probably. He has the possibility to talk to people and to shine. But I have to say that Clubhouse is a great way to socialize. And it's a kind of necessity today, especially after what we are living with the COVID, with the pandemics, and the year of confinement that we are actually living in. Because Clubhouse provides you a common area to gather and engage in activities, and it often brings people together. It's very easy to start communicating with people, but how? In a way that it's normal. It's a normal social app, okay? And as well, think it's easier. It makes socializing much easier without video, because with voice, really voice can give you the possibility to be yourself. We are going back to, in a sense, normality. Okay, so in short, Clubhouse is an audio-based social media app. The company describes it how a new type of social product based on voice that allows people everywhere to talk, to tell stories, to develop ideas, deepen friendship, and meet interesting new people around the world. Now, I have to tell you that before before this talk, I was co-moderating a room in Clubhouse. And I had people coming in and talking about the issue I was raising with my co-host. And it's so friendly, it's so nice, because you actually communicate, okay? Now, let me tell you that the first few days you are completely addicted. It's like being in drugs, because you are in all day long. But then after a few days, you start to manage and you jump here and there, and you discover rooms that you are interested in, and you can actually make your day with Clubhouse. Lunchtime, for example, if you are by yourself, you can listen to something that you are interested in. And in the morning, I wake up and I listen to a news room which comments the title of the titles of the most, let's say, known Italian newspaper. And as well, in my opinion, is a great tool of learning, because again, it's a sort of new radio it's a sort of new radio where you can choose what to listen to. And if you do not agree, and if you have something to say, you can actually raise your hand and talk. So for me, Clubhouse is an epochal change, because it's like the radio you can listen to, but you can live your life besides listening to, okay? Let me explain, or let me show you now how you join the club. What do you do? First, as I said, you need an iPhone. And if you did not receive an invitation, you request one and reserve a username, and you use your phone number. The privacy rules are very strict, meaning that they record the conversation that are up only for 10 minutes. Why? Because you can find anything. Sometimes somebody, of course, shouts in your room and you have to ban it. You have the possibility to ban people for life. And then even if you have an invite, you'll need a phone to verify your account. Okay, so Clubhouse sends you a number. Once you are in and you are verified, you can create your account. You create your account, you input your bio. At the beginning, you input your bio with text, and then you discover that everybody uses little icons and etc. And also the language is a little bit shorter. It's something interesting to study, because it's really changing communication, believe me. Then when it's time to build your profile, you can either start from scratch and import information from your Instagram and from Twitter, your account, of course. And then you can start searching contacts that have already Clubhouse, and they are already existing members of Clubhouse. And then Clubhouse suggested you big names to follow based on the, let's say, on the preference you gave. And you have actors, activists, venture capitalists, coaches, I mean, you name it, okay? And then, as I said, you can create your room, or even propose a clubhouse, a club, meaning that a club then is going to encompass different rooms. It's easy, it's so easy, and it's really, unfortunately, rewarding, okay? I'm not sure how long it's going to stay, or if it's going to stay, but I'm sure that this kind of audio social app is going to be an epochal change. You know why? Because it gave us back our life, number one. And number two, it gave us back, in a sense, normality. Because it's, first of all, it's truly the first all-voice social media platform. And what is the bigger fundamental change? Is that you use voice and you meet people. Voice is immediate, speaking is immediate. Everybody publishing or influencing on Clubhouse platform is talking, is not typing. There is no pre-creation of content. There is no editing, there is no filtering or other means of enhancement hiding behind you or your text. At least not yet. So it's normal, okay? And this means what? It means being human again. It means emotion. It means stumbling when you talk, because you do not rehearse. You just talk, like you talk in this picture with people that you don't know. And you just express what you think about things, okay? This means what usually happens between human beings, between people that wants to converse, wants to exchange information, okay? And again, if you have something to speak, you can speak. Or if you don't, you just listen, and maybe you just learn. Because let's not forget, it's beautiful to be human, okay? And here I finished. And now, if you want, we can talk about it.
Thank you, Nicoletta.
Great white hair.
I hope it was kind of interesting.
Definitely. Well, you know what's going to be my first request is to get an invitation for Clubhouse.
Do you have an iPhone?
No, that's the point. That's one of the questions I have.
Because I still have 2 invitations.
So basically, it's kind of racist.
No, it's not racist. It's, in my opinion, it's a sort of marketing, and it's that developing app for iPhone, it's easier. This has a big back end, because you have all of a sudden from 250 million. You understand my point? I mean, the makers are, one is from Google and the other one is from Pinterest. So they know what they are doing, but they have to scale down, and to have it 2 version app, Android and iPhone, it was difficult. And then they wanted celebrities, because they started to have invitation only celebrities, and celebrities usually have iPhone. So it's a little racist, yes.
Now, I wonder if there are sponsorships behind that. I mean, to have certain people.
Not yet.
Not officially, maybe.
No, not officially, yeah.
So I would like to have the others asking questions.
I need to put the power to my computer, otherwise I'm going to be cut off. Here I am. Okay, sorry for that.
So we can open the floor for the questions if you have, otherwise I have tons of questions.
Okay.
Maybe not tons, but some.
I have
please.
Some comments, questions. First of all, it was super interesting, Nicoletta. Thank you for sharing. I had not heard of Clubhouse. I like that you are thinking that it's bringing us back to our humanity, because with all this technology, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Yes.
Okay. With all the technology, the fear is that we are becoming cyborgs and not humans anymore. And I really like that you think Clubhouse is bringing us back to humanity. I'm not so sure. I don't know the app, but it is still another way to make us spend more time on digital devices. And while you can do it while multitasking, you said you can run at the same time, still it's taking your attention from living in the real world and feeling the real world. So jury is out, we will see, but it's definitely a big improvement versus, looking at the screens and being locked on there, I feel. I wanted to talk more about the main topic, the WhatsApp. So when I heard the news, I was shocked by, like many people, and it made me go and look into what data am I already sharing. And I went into the details of the settings of the Facebook, and I was shocked that Facebook is currently tracking which websites we go into, even if Facebook is closed, and it's all recorded there. You can see every website that's being recorded in the Facebook database. And I never gave that permission, not consciously, but apparently in the small text, it was there. And as you said, I wasn't lazy. I wanted to move people into Telegram and Signal. I loaded all of them, both of them. But as you said, people turned out to be lazy and they got stuck. And I didn't push further because I learned that in Europe, the privacy rules are not changing really. So there was no point living in Switzerland to move out. My question is, what is really
you gave me already 2 questions. I will not remember.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay, the final thing is, what is really going on with WhatsApp? Like in 3 months, is the plan that they will come up with that, the privacy setting changes, and that will still not be applicable for Europe though, right?
Okay, now the first one was Clubhouse. And you said that, we are going to be more and more on social media. And I agree with you, but the point is that we need to manage how to be on social media, and we need to manage how to use technology and not to be managed by technology. This is our duty. I mean, it's not that a new app comes and puts ourselves into danger. We need to know how to manage. We need to teach kids how to manage technology. We need to manage technology. Let me tell you that when I've done the first website for the Italian national television, and we are talking about 93, 94, beginning 94. In Italy, there were 36 sites before mine. So I was working a lot with computer. My son was very small. I mean, 93, not very, but he was 7 years old, yes. And no, 93, no, he was 1 year old. But from that point, I was on and all my life on computer. And I bought a computer to my son when he was 7 years old because I didn't know that computers were danger. And so what did I do? I did a contract with him, which involved me and him, meaning that I had timing to stay on computer while he had timing to stay on computer. And we both signed, and we both, if we were infringing the contract, we were paying the price. I mean, so the point is that I taught my son from the start that he has to manage how to use technology. And Clubhouse is the same, but Clubhouse, compared to the others, gives you the possibility to do other things. You can use it at home when you clean your apartment. You can use it at home when you are cooking. While social media or Zoom puts you sit down and you have to do that. It's one way. You understand my point? That gives you the freedom to do something else, number one. Number two, you asked about WhatsApp and the fact that not too many people signed. I mean, they signed on Signal and Telegram, but not too many people migrate. Like me, I didn't. Because again, we are lazy, because again, we do not want to start again what we were building on WhatsApp for I don't know how many years. I mean, yes, we are giving our privacy or what we do to Facebook. But listen, you are doing it to Google all the time. Google knows more than that, okay? And did you sign anything to Google? Or can you live without Google? No. So unfortunately, your privacy is already gone. I'm sorry to tell you that. But in my opinion, it's already gone. Probably it will kind of force us again to manage technology, because sometimes when I need to do some searches that are mine, maybe I can use a VPN. So Google cannot track me. I mean, it's managing technology instead of being managed by technology. And then the third one about WhatsApp. In my opinion, WhatsApp is in a big controversy now. They don't know what to do because people are fleeing from WhatsApp. They are leaving WhatsApp. And for Facebook, it's very bad because if you do not have WhatsApp, do not forget that Facebook has Instagram, WhatsApp, and Facebook, the three of them, okay? And 3 legs. If you lose one leg, the other 2 are going to be in danger. Also because, let me tell you, it's easier. Okay, on Clubhouse, you cannot promote yourself, but maybe you can promote yourself in the others, like LinkedIn and Facebook. So LinkedIn and Facebook are becoming just a repository of promotion, not anymore communication, because it's easier to do it in Clubhouse. So to answer your question, what is going to be in 3 months, WhatsApp? I don't know what they're going to decide. In my opinion, they should consider very well, because otherwise they are going to lose a lot of people. I hope I answered the 3 of them.
Yes, thank you.
Do we have one more question?
I just wanted to say to Melton that there is a way on Facebook that you can turn off your Facebook tracking if you go into the management part of it.
I did that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, no, I have one quick question to ask, and
Yes.
it's related to Clubhouse. Unfortunately, I have an Android phone, so I don't think I can join the club at the moment.
But, sorry for interrupting, we can go around that. Do you have an iPad?
Yes.
Maybe we can try with the iPad.
It's an iPad. Yes, it's an old one. Maybe yes.
No, I don't think it's going to work. We can try anyway.
Mm-hmm. But it doesn't work with MacBooks or laptops.
No, it's
There's
just
no-
it's
Anyways.
not mobile. It's mobile. The beauty is that you can run, you can do whatever it is. You can listen to radio, but you listen to podcasts, but they are not podcasts in a sense, and sorry for interrupting, Francesco, in a sense that they are built. Okay, you can find conversation in podcasts, but here it's more spontaneous. It's conversation that you have with people on the street. Of course, it's not on the street, it's through technology, but it's the right tool at the right moment for COVID and pandemics, for example. Okay.
Yeah. So my question is, it's basically about, you could have a talk, you could have something about interesting things and conferences, a certain kind of idea of conference, but it's not. It cannot be applied to corporations, for instance, because you don't want to share private content.
Actually, they are doing it. People
the rooms are open?
Promoting their companies. They are promoting their job. I mean, I've been there for 12 days. I already had people asking me, would you like to work with us for this? Because I heard that you were talking about this. It's incredible. As I said, it's an epochal change.
No, I understand that. But for instance, on WhatsApp, apart from the fact that my data are collected somewhere, so we are discussing the latest technology invented at Webster University Geneva between colleagues, and those data actually are stored somewhere, who knows where. But on Clubhouse, for instance, we cannot really do that. I mean, the two of us talking about
no. You have private groups. You can do a private room. You can do a private room, meaning that you talk about something. This is the beauty also. You talk about something or you hear about something. You ping somebody and you go in private rooms and say, listen, I'm interested in that, blah, blah. I don't know what you can say, but yeah, you have private rooms as well.
So basically, after tonight, I'm going to still stay on WhatsApp. That's the point.
I don't know. But I wanted to mention, because you know me, and the students that know me, I try always to be in forefront of technology, especially in communication. And we do not talk about it yet much, but in my opinion, it's interesting to reflect on the fact of audio social app, because this is what I feel. It's giving back a little humanity. The humanity that technology has taken from us, like Zoom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Do we have our questions? Otherwise, we're going to stop because it's 1 hour precise. Actually, 1 hour, 1 minute. And I usually want to keep it within the hour. But yeah, if we have another question, yes.
What about Microsoft Teams? Would you encourage the use of those, or are they secure? Or?
It's like Zoom. It's like WebEx. I mean, it's video and you can talk with video. But now, in my opinion, Team is very comfortable. I mean, it's Google, but no, it's Microsoft, sorry. Meet, it's Google. But they are all the same in a sense. They are not very different. The concept is the same, meaning that you meet on video and then you have to place the camera, put the lights if you want to be nice, and you have to curate the conversation. Again, the beauty of Clubhouse is that you do not curate anything. I was called by a friend and it was a nightmare, because I just woke up and I go in a room. A friend of mine sees me in the room and says, oh, we can ask Nicoletta this. And I was just up. So I was not ready. I was in bed, okay? Which is ridiculous. But at the same time, of course, if you don't want to answer, you don't. But the point is that the difference is that you do not have to curate anything. It's just a matter of having something to say. And again, if you do not have anything to say, you learn, and you can learn lots of things. So regarding Meet or Team, what Barbara asked me, I think it's like Zoom. You can use it. I don't know if it's more secure, but has a screen in between conversation, and we are tired of that, I think, or at least I am.
But not for tonight.
No, tonight.
Can I ask just one thing?
Please.
Okay, I understand. All the WhatsApp problematic was very funny for me because I have a lot of friends my age who were panicking and sending in like 3 days, everybody was moving elsewhere. You won't find me anymore on WhatsApp. And then you actually text them separately saying, okay, so you're also erasing your profile on Facebook and on Instagram at the same time, no? And no, why? Well, what's the point?
I mean, it was funny.
And you know, why are you doing that? But so I always texted back, okay, I'll see you again, you know, maybe again on WhatsApp and maybe again on text messages the old way. So I mean, it is quite funny. Anyway, and for Clubhouse, I think, yes, I like the idea of having a new way of radio broadcasting, because this, I mean, I'm a big fan of radio normally because I try to listen quite a lot, and I like the idea that you can do it, but it brings another addictiveness into the habits you have during the day because you end up having some more things that you are practicing. So I think that's the only danger. Yes, you have to learn to manage it. My point would be more like, who actually owns the conversations that are on the platform? Are they erased? Because you can have rights, you know, people are expressing opinion and that they have the right to preserve their opinion, maybe it can be used. Are we sure that nobody is going to record every conversation in the world? Which I understand it's difficult, but it's not, I think the technology exists to do that. So I think it's a bit dangerous, but.
Actually, this point was raised, and I was in rooms discussing that with the owners with the creators of this app. And they said that they record for 10 minutes and it's in the rules, the conversation, because if you have something bad or something which is illegal, I don't know, they need to monitor. But after 10 minutes, they actually erase the conversation. This is what they say. But I would like to okay, sorry, Maureen. Is it, did I answer or do you have more?
No, fine.
I would like to answer to Tim, since I have 2 invitation and you have 2 iPhones, Tim. Send me your number and I'm going to send you an invitation, okay?
I'm not going to buy an iPhone for these.
Huh?
I'm not going to buy an iPhone for these.
Of course, you don't. You just have to wait for Android.
And
maybe I'll come back and I'll tell you what I've done on... Actually, you know what I would like to do? Let me discuss my strategy with you before I close. For my book, I actually would like to do a sort of conversation about chapters of the book in order to have hints, because it's nice to have the possibility to actually talk about something that you have to write about.
Yeah, I think
you could have a sort of audience that can discuss with you without any problems, and people that do not know you. Of course, you have to be careful not to disclose too much, whatever, but I think I'm going to get the number of Tim, and I think it could be interesting as a strategy. I will let you know, I don't know. Maybe
we will have another The Looking Glass event on Clubhouse, just that next time. I mean, not next time, in the future.
Actually, you know what would be fantastic to do, in my opinion? A Webster room.
Yeah, but we don't have to have an iPhone.
I know. So let me work with Tim on that.
Okay.
As usual, Tim. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna stop it here, so we can stop recording. Thank you very
I
much,
hope it was
Nicoletta.
interesting, and I
It
hope
was
I
very
gave you
interesting for
something to
me.
think about.
Definitely. So I will invite everyone for the next Looking Glass. We don't know the topic yet, but we will communicate pretty soon once we have it. So have a good evening, everyone. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining us. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.